deep in the forest during the dark hours, its own rules and secrets come to life. The shadows of the trees stretch like long fingers beckoning into their darkness, those who dare to enter. At first glance, the forest seemed quiet and peaceful, but I knew that within its depths could lie terrifying secrets. Tonight, after seeing off my friend, I decided to take a shortcut through the forest. Midway through, as darkness enveloped me, I caught sight, out of the corner of my eye, of a figure dressed all in white. Instantly, goosebumps ran down my spine, and I quickened my pace, trying to shake off the fear that began creeping into my soul. But the shadow wouldn't relent. It followed me, gliding smoothly in the darkness, like a ghost ready to wrap its invisible fingers around my soul. And then, without warning, the silence was shattered by it was piercing and desperate, as if echoing from the depths of hell. I turned around, and my gaze met the eyes of the stranger in white. He stood there, staring at me as if reading my darkest thoughts. And in the next moment, he lunged forward, emitting a loud cry that pierced the darkness of the forest. I ran, my heart pounding so fast, it felt like it would burst out of my chest. The footsteps of the stranger were heavy and fast, as if he were flying on the wings of the night. I dared not look back, but I felt his presence closing in around me. For a while, I ran without looking back, but then I realized I couldn't run forever. My legs began to weaken, and my lungs burned from the strain. Suddenly, I heard the whisper of leaves beneath his feet, a warning before another wave of his. But then something strange happened. When I was on the brink of exhaustion, the stranger in white suddenly slowed down. His cries became quiet, almost a whisper, and I heard his voice penetrating my thought. "You escaped," he whispered. "You're lucky, but I will always be in the forest. You won't escape me." With the same mysterious gaze, he turned and gracefully walked back into the dark depths of the forest. I stood there, gasping for breath, realizing that I had encountered something unimaginable, something that couldn't be a mere creature. Upon returning home, I began to search for information. For hours, I sat in front of the computer, reading old legends and testimonies of those who had also encountered this mysterious creature in white. It turned out I wasn't the only one who had crossed its path. There were others, but not all were lucky enough to escape. Those who survived described their encounters as nightmares from which it was impossible to wake up. The creature in white seemed to watch their every move, penetrating their minds and entangling them with the threads of its secret power. I was lucky. I survived and returned home, but since then the forest has become a dark place filled with threat. At night, I hear the same loud scream that haunts me in my nightmares, and I know that the creature in white will always be there, in the shadows, ready to return and claim what's left of my soul.